I'm Forrest Saunders at the Capitol. Delinquent homeowners and renters have been on a roller coaster ride since the pandemic. While the state does have a moratorium on foreclosures and evictions, month to month, it's anyone's guess whether it's going to be renewed. Homeowners and renters behind on payments breathing easier this month. That's after another extension of Florida's eviction and foreclosure moratorium to help those impacted by COVID-19.
This is just a horrible situation for everybody, man. Everybody I know is going through it.
While it's been a safety net for many since April, it's also become a source of stress. Critics question why the governor often renews each month with little time before expiration.
You'll get the news on that very soon.
The extension often comes just a day or two out. DeSantis signing with only hours remaining. The same thing in June. Florida is one of 20 states in D.C. with some kind of eviction foreclosure protection. Of the 11 regularly extending, 9 states are giving several days or weeks' notice, Florida and Nevada being exceptions.
Very least, the governments at all levels ought to do in the middle of a pandemic is assure each of us that we're not going to lose our homes in the middle of it.
Diane Yentel heads the National Low-Income Housing Coalition. She calls DeSantis waiting until the last moment unfair and harmful.
In many cases, it means them having to make terrible trade-offs and avoid buying store-bought food and going to a food pantry instead, or avoiding buying expensive medication.
There's speculation the governor's last-minute renewals are an effort to appease landlords and lenders, pressuring as many to pay as possible before granting relief. Yentel couldn't say if that's the case, but called it a terrible approach.
There is no data to support any suggestions that people who can pay rent aren't.
Officials with the governor's office didn't give specifics on his thinking, but told us in a statement he's using up-to-date data and input from experts. Quote, the balancing act of protecting both tenants who need assistance and landlords from bad actors is one the governor does not take lightly. And President Trump has enacted a federal moratorium on evictions, but some governors are leery on how that order is going to be carried out and are still extending their own. We'll have to see what DeSantis does when his order ends at the end of the month. That's the latest out here at the Capitol. I'm Forrest Saunders reporting.